Winter, 1959, deep in the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia, 9 young hikers set out on a journey that should have been difficult, but safe. They never came back. What happened to them has remained one of the most disturbing and unsolved mysteries of the modern age. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. They were experienced, strong, some of the best students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute. Igor Dyatlov led the team, confident, fearless, ready for the cold. The plan? A 2-week ski trek through the mountains. They laughed, they took photos, they wrote in their diaries. But by February 1st, the laughter ended. At the slope of a mountain called Shackle, they pitched their final camp. That night, something happened, something so terrifying that they ripped open their own tent from the inside and fled half-dressed into a blizzard. Temperatures -30, visibility almost 0. No one in their right mind would abandon shelter like that, unless the shelter itself had become a trap. When search teams arrived weeks later, they found only confusion. The tent, still standing but shredded. Inside, boots, jackets, food, even a map spread out, as if the group had intended to return. But the hikers? Their bodies lay scattered down the mountainside. Some were barefoot, dressed only in underwear. Some had burns on their skin, as if exposed to fire. 2 were found with broken ribs so violent their chests had collapsed, yet their skin was intact. One girl had her tongue ripped out, another, her eyes gone, and some of their clothing registered strange traces of radiation. The official explanation? For decades, silence. The Soviet Union buried the case, closing the area to outsiders for years. When investigators finally spoke, they blamed it on an avalanche. But survivors of avalanches don't end up with crushed skulls or missing tongues. And the slope where they camped wasn't steep enough for one. So what really happened on Dead Mountain? Some whisper it was the Soviet military, that the hikers stumbled into the testing grounds of secret weapons. Perhaps parachute mines, perhaps rockets, the violent injuries matching the shockwave of an explosion. The radiation from experimental material, and the government covered it all up. But there is another theory, one that chills the blood even more. Locals reported strange glowing orbs in the sky on the nights the hikers died, fireballs drifting silently across the heavens. Some believe they saw a UFO, and what happened after was not human. The missing tongue, the missing eyes, signs of something taking samples, the strange burns and radiation, evidence of technology not of this world. The Dyatlov group ran into the night because they weren't alone. Something was in the sky above them, something powerful enough to kill without touching. 9 lives ended in the snow. Their secrets? Frozen in time. Avalanche? Military? Aliens? The truth of the Dyatlov Pass incident may never be known. But one thing is certain. Whatever happened on Dead Mountain, it was not meant for human eyes.